Wait a minute.
Hello.
I gotta do the sound. I don't know why. I've always wanted to do it.
Okay, do it.
Wait. One more time. I'm sorry. That went right.
I don't know what that is. That's not a DJ sound.
Wait.
You sound like somebody just...
Wait. I can't do it and laugh. Okay, y'all. Anyway. Sorry. That was not the way it was supposed to go. Welcome to episode 3.
Our producer can get that DJ sound for you, but...
Okay. Yeah, do that and put it over me doing that because that was horrible. Episode 3, MyCrush podcast, Learning Your Love Languages. This will be interesting.
Very.
Learning your love languages, y'all. All right. Understanding unspoken love, whispers of the heart. That sounds so romantic. So
before you get into this.
Okay. We're going to do this every time. Go ahead.
I got a question for you. It's one that we've talked about before. I need to go ahead and put a pin in this today.
Okay.
And I think I will have some support from my fellow... Well, I ain't going to say fellow men. I'm going to say fellow people that think like I think.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Lord.
What do you consider a date?
What does got to do with love languages? Just kidding.
This is my love language.
Love language dates.
No, not dating. That ain't my love language.
But that's the way you express it.
No, not really. What do you consider a date?
Okay. So everything we got to preface. We have had this conversation. This has been years, actually, this conversation.
Yep.
Because we had it in the house before.
And you have not got on board with what I think a date is yet. Okay.
It's a combination. I'm kind of on board. Anyway, So to me, a date is a purposeful planning of something outside your norm.
Okay.
Right? Because when you're with, like we've been together for, again, 24 years, with somebody all the time, then that things, you spend time together, you do things. But a date is something where you purposefully say, hey, let's do this. Now, it don't have to be nothing fancy. Let me make that really clear. Yeah. I will go to the Cheesecake Factory. I don't remember. Is that what that video was with a girl?
Cheesecake Factory is expensive.
It was a video.
You see that menu?
Do you remember the video?
Yes, I know.
It was Cheesecake Factory, right?
It was a laundry list that she had on it. But yes, Cheesecake Factory was on that list.
That don't bother me. We can go to a taco joint and have a date. That doesn't matter. But it's just a purposeful. If we just going to lunch, it's like, oh, cool.
Do I have to spend money?
Oh, no. You do not.
Tell me something that is a free date.
Oh, my goodness. A free date. Well, so leaving the house, you got to pay for gas.
That's money.
So if you're at home, a date would be...
Don't say eat because you have to buy food. Come on.
Purposely, you got a PlayStation. And just say, because this is true story, y'all.
Okay.
I've been saying, hey, I'm going to play the Tiger Woods golf with you. Because I miss us playing the golf game. We haven't played it in years.
Okay.
And I've said that. And if you were to go, hey, babes, on Friday night, I want you to meet me on the floor with a PlayStation 5. And we're going to play Tiger Woods golf. And I'm going to have a little bottle of wine from the refrigerator. And we're just going to laugh. No, it's already there.
Somebody had to pay for it.
We already bought it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Got it.
But purposeful. Just purposely spending.
So, I'm going to ask you this question. All right.
He don't agree, y'all.
Purposefully, we enjoy watching 90 Day Fiancé.
You enjoy it, and I have gotten on board because
can I get my points?
You're in reality shows.
I got my questions. Hold on.
Okay.
Purposefully, we sit down on the couch and watch 98 Day Fiancé. My question to you is, why can that not be considered a date? Now, based on your definition, it is purposeful. I'm purposely doing it because I could be purposely working. I could be purposely sleep. I could be purposely playing the PlayStation by myself. There'd be a lot of other purposeful things I could be doing, but I am purposefully sitting here with you.
Yes.
Why can that not be considered a date? Now, we do it often because the other part of your statement was outside of the norm. So why does that not get the same bucket to say, yeah, that is a date? Because I think just my definition of a date is anytime I'm spending purposeful time with my boo. Period. I don't care where we at.
Wouldn't it be it? So we're on a date right now?
Absolutely. This is time that I'm spending time with you. Am I not?
Yeah, you're spending time with me, but we're recording a podcast.
Purposefully outside the norm. It hit all your points. Come on. Hey, I think I just shut it down.
You didn't. But we're going to agree to disagree.
Whatever. Anyway, sitting on the couch and we both enjoy that.
Yeah.
That's a date, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, so
Period.
sometimes you don't always enjoy it. We are getting. Can we get back on track?
Okay.
Learning your love.
I'm gonna date you tonight,
languages.
by the way.
Okay. Inappropriate.
Love language.
All right. So let's jump into what are the 5 love languages for any of y'all. If you've never kind of researched them or looked into them, right? It's 5 love languages. I don't know who created it. It is a person. I should have looked up their name, but I did not.
Dr. Something.
Dr. Something. So Dr. Something said there are 5 love languages. They are acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch. I did not know those by heart. I have them written down right here. So when you talk about love languages, what are they and how do they work in your relationship? We have, now you'll see throughout these podcasts, Brian and I, like our views can be a little different on things and how we look at them, right? So I think love languages are important. I think they are, y'all can't see it right now, but Brian is giving me a look, but whatever. They are important for you to learn your partner and what works for them. Let's talk about like what's my love language, right?
Yeah, we'll start there.
This is a big thing for Brian, and this God on the truth. I used to say all 5 of them. I like all 5 of them. What are you talking about? Like, who doesn't like something on that list? But then I was like, okay, let me be mature and try to figure out. I would go like do the test and stuff. So receiving gifts is one. Shut up. Receiving gifts. And words of affirmation. 2. I think those are my top 2.
Oh, top 2.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that that's your only 2.
Remember you told me you can have all 5.
I said that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So those I would say are my top 2. Now, let's talk about the receiving gifts for me, right? No lie. Do I like to get stuff? I do. And when I say get stuff, I'm not talking about you got to go spend hundreds of dollars on a gift and surprise me with it. Okay. I'm talking about one of my favorite ice creams from the grocery store. You can surprise me with that. That's a gift to me. Okay. It's any, kind of going back into that date definition.
Go through.
Any intentional, purposeful thinking of me at a time where you wouldn't normally have.
Right. I think about you every day.
Yeah, but to do actions on top of that thinking. Right?
Just like in your prayers, you better be very specific. It's the thought that counts. No, it's a thought and then the action that follows. All right, go ahead.
Yes, that is true.
There you go. All right.
So it doesn't have to be something extravagant or crazy. But I do like to be thought of.
A nice convertible Bentley.
No, that
wouldn't bother you, would it?
Well, I told you right now I don't want one because it just, it don't make no sense. It's too much money. We have to be for real billionaires for me to be like, let's go get a Bentley. Anyway.
What time? Okay.
So, gifts is my thing. Okay. Gifts is not Brian's jam. He don't
let me tell you about me.
I mean, you don't like receiving them. You're not a person that loves.
I'm going to tell you about my love languages.
So, from my perspective, Brian is not the person that loves receiving gifts. He is the person that's like, I can just go if I want it, I can go buy it. You don't have to buy it for me. I get excited still at 46 if I see something under the tree at Christmas. True story. Yes. It's goofy or not, I just do, and that has to do with growing up. That's how my mom was. She was a big celebrator of things and birthdays and stuff. So that is just what it was ingrained in me, right? So Brian is not the same, but I have learned, here's what I've learned. I put my love language as an expectation for him. How can I make this make sense? I want him to get excited if I give him a gift the same way I get excited. And number one, it ain't right. And there's just a goofy expectation when you really look at it. I can't expect
I'm just going to sit here and let you fall on your sword. Just
shut up.
And not say a word.
I cannot expect him to get excited from how I like being loved. Ooh, did that make sense? Am I making sense? Okay.
Because I'm on the other end of it, so it makes sense.
Huh. Oh, right. Yeah. So in that sense, like quality time, that's not one of mine, but cool. It's cool. I think we have so much quality time that I'm like, I'm good on that one.
But we date every day.
No.
Every day.
But I can't expect, if that was my thing, I can't expect that to be his thing. Just because I love quality time doesn't mean he has to love quality time. But what they say about the love languages is learning how to communicate with your partner through those things that they do love. Yeah. So someone would say, well, if she loves receiving gifts, if she says she likes getting ice cream, then surprise her with the ice cream every now and then. Right? Now, Brian does not agree with that. Go, Brian. Go on.
So I'm more of a logical thinker.
Yes.
So number one, when they brought these 5 love languages, I don't know what year it was. I don't know who it was. It could have been a consortium of people. I don't know. But when they created these love languages, I don't know if they said make it multiple choice.
What?
When you take the little test, you can check.
I know multiple choice.
Well,
I'm finna fight.
You said what? I don't know if they meant it to be multiple choice or a single selection. But here's my point of view.
Yeah.
I unsubscribe to the love language newsletter.
Yes, we do.
I'm not a love language person. Here's why.
That don't make sense.
I'm about to break it down to you. I'm an engineer.
Did you just hear me say that?
Oh, I heard that.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, these are good mics. So the love language thing, here is why I unsubscribe to it. Either you are all of them or you're none of them. Break it down. Acts of service.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you want to do things for me. Receiving gifts. I don't mind receiving gifts. Quality time. I just said we date every day. Words of affirmation. I'm telling you, you're beautiful, you're sexy, you're lovely. Physical. We ain't got to go into the physical touch. That's it.
Just be holding hands.
Okay, holding hands.
Nasty.
I'm sorry. Holding hands and just touching you on the shoulder, patting you on your head, things like that.
I'm not a dog.
In what relationship do you get to choose and pick which one you're going to do and what you're not going to do? Now, I understand that the basis of it is, this is your love language. Shouldn't all of those be your love languages? So if you go in and you tell me that acts of service and receiving gifts, because I'm a logical person now. Yeah. You tell me that's my top 2. All right. Every day, I'm going to make sure I hit those 2. I'm going to forget the other 3 because you just let me off the hook.
But, so y'all, this is a real conversation. We haven't discussed it like this before.
Never.
So, so with what you just said, here's my thinking. Just because my top 2 acts of service, whatever, I'm just going acts of service, receiving gifts. That doesn't mean I don't want to have the touch of the person I love.
Exactly.
But on the other end of it, it could mean that I'm not a touchy-feely person. There's some people out there that's like, I'm just not touchy-feely. I love you to death.
All right.
I'm in a relationship with you. We do what we do, but you don't have to be rubbing on my arm all day.
I'm going to break it down to you right here. I'm not a touchy-feely person.
You're not.
I don't have to wake up and give you a hug.
Ooh.
But having hugs every once in a while does mean something to me.
Yeah.
Right? I don't like receiving gifts. I don't know. It's weird for me. I'm not looking for gifts. I don't mind giving gifts. And I need to put an asterisk by that. But I love for people to have things, right? I want you to have what you want. My mama, my dad, my brother, my son, my family. I want y'all to have everything y'all have because I'm good, right? So I'm not looking for y'all to give me anything. I'm good. Acts of service. When I need you, I need you. But as long as God give me these 2 arms and these 2 legs to run and move, and then if I need help lifting that couch, that's when I call on you. So acts of service.
Don't call me for that.
No, I'm not calling you at all. Probably won't even call Devin.
Not on the couch. Okay, go ahead.
Words of affirmation. Who doesn't want words of affirmation? So what I'm doing, the picture I'm painting right now is I can contradict all of these 5 love languages, but in the same moment, I can tell you that I do desire them. So either you're all 5 love languages or you're not.
Ooh, nothing. I'm still not on her with you.
Come on.
You don't have to be all 5, but okay. Again, this is our second agree to disagree for the.
You don't have to disagree because you're in your mind. You're like, dog, he right.
No, I'm not.
It's like your subconscious. Like you ever seen Jamie Foxx do that bit? He's like, this is your subconscious.
I haven't.
Oh,
I'll look it up.
I'll send you the YouTube clip.
Okay, thanks. So I don't think you have to have all 5. I don't think all 5 apply to everybody. But y'all, this is just our conversation. You go talk to your partner. That's the whole point of this.
Absolutely.
You go have a conversation with your partner and actually talk about these things and those 5 love languages and what works for you and what doesn't. And then, so now I need somebody. I don't know. You can message us on Instagram or TikTok at Crushing with the Fosters. And I need to know if y'all agree with Brian or if y'all agree with me. Because I need to know, but I need you to have a conversation with your partner first.
Hold on, babe.
What, baby?
You don't want to do that.
Why?
You don't want to do that.
I don't care if everybody agree with you.
you're an artist and you're sensitive about your stuff. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
I ain't gonna care. I don't care if they agree with you.
Okay.
So yeah.
One thing y'all don't know about Charlene, she's very, very competitive. I think more competitive than I am.
I'm not anymore, guys.
You don't want to do that.
Anyway.
Because there's going to be a lot more people like, what? Brian makes a lot of sense.
I'm not anymore. I promise.
Okay.
Anymore. You can have 100% of the vote.
Okay.
And I'll be happy for you.
No, I won't have 100%, but 90%.
I will feel like 90% of them people are not correct. Anyway, so go talk to your partner about these love languages. And I really need y'all to kind of let us know on, do you feel like everybody has all 5? What'd you say? Give them the question.
Either you're all 5 or you're none.
Nobody's none.
But nobody's just 1. Nobody's just 2 or 3. You have to.
Okay. What if I don't like you touching me? That means physical touch is not one of mine.
Physical touch is off the table now.
So I'm not all 5.
Okay. We're going to let the people decide.
Okay, people, decide, please, and send us a message one way or the other. Send it to me, because if you vote for me, I don't know if Brian will tell me that I got a lot of the votes. So, anyway. So, that's how it applies to us. Yeah.
But I think with that exercise, though, I think it's good for you to talk to your partner about them.
Right.
Although I don't subscribe necessarily to the love languages, it does not mean that I don't want you to be fulfilled by what I can give you through the love language, right? I'm not a big, let me see if I can give Charlene 5 things out of the acts of service, or 2 things, and make sure I can fulfill this receiving gifts bucket. My goal is to make sure I'm being attentive to you and your needs overall. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to hit all 5. That was my point. I'm going to hit all 5 love languages every single day because I'm being attentive. No, every day you don't want physical touch, but there's some days that you do.
Yeah.
That's a love language, right?
Right.
Some days you don't want to, you want to give every day.
That is not true.
So you want words of affirmation every day, right? So it seems like you're going to either, you're going to, like you mentioned at the beginning of this thing, you said, well, when we first talked about love languages, I told Brian that all 5 of them were right. Were my love language.
Not every day.
So it sounds like you agree with me. And now I'm coming on board with that statement. And I'm like, what? That is right. All 5 of them are true.
I got the church finger. Hold on. So when I used to say like all 5 applied, I just mean they applied. It's not necessarily like every day I'm gonna need you to go do this and then bring me a gift and then spend time with me and then tell me I'm beautiful and then touch me.
That's a point.
I want that every day.
Right.
You done overloaded me with love languages. I'm like, I'm good, bro. Choose 1 or 2. But I'm just saying, over time.
I don't think you ever told me to just choose 1, 2. Anyway.
Over time, it's.
You're going to hit all 5.
Yeah, okay. We're agreeing and we're disagreeing.
No, you agreeing.
I done got confused on the whole conversation. I need to see his transcript. Can we play this back? Can we push pause, play it back, and then come back? Okay.
Here's my point.
Yes.
When you sit down and do this exercise with your loved one, your partner, your spouse, what you want to pay attention to is the intent. You want to be looking at expectations. I think expectations are huge in a relationship because if I understand the expectations that you have upon me, then now I can bring that into our communication and we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can put too many expectations on you where that's unfair.
Yeah.
Right. I feel that 2 whole people coming into a relationship, which rarely happens, is where you get the magic. We were 2. I know we were not 2 whole people coming into our relationship. So therefore our expectations upon each other were
ridiculous.
They were, I don't know what the word is. Yeah, I guess ridiculous will be the word, but I didn't do the work for myself. So therefore I don't have these expectations on you. And the same for you. If you're doing your work yourself, you don't have these unrealistic expectations. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have expectations, but I'm saying sometimes they can be unrealistic. Yeah. And as you sit down with your partner and your spouse, you can have these conversations about it. And I think it will birth a healthy moving forward for your relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good.
You're welcome.
Good. Thank you so much.
I think I said you're welcome in every podcast.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So here's the thing, going back to love languages, ways to so different ways that you can understand this with your partner. First, you're going to sit down and you're going to talk about like, hey, what's yours? What's mine? But don't just stop there. Don't just list what it is. Give some examples.
Yeah.
Because, I think some people will hear receiving gifts meaning, oh my gosh, I gotta go buy you some jewelry and get it wrapped up what does that really mean to you? A gift to you can just be somebody thinking of you. So, I'm sorry, thinking of me and then following through.
Yeah, because if I walk in the house and I say, hey, babe, I thought about you today.
You have done that before. I'm going to give you an example. Let's see if you remember this. Okay. So we live close to downtown, y'all. And in 2020, we moved downtown, right in the midst of, and Brian would always go on these walks. And one day, I promise you, I don't know, we were having a discussion, and it might have been about this. It might have been about,
I don't know where you're going.
So you said, I promise you said, I'm always thinking about you. I was walking just the other day downtown, and I passed this jewelry store, and I wanted to get you something. Bruh, what?
Hold on. No.
Congratulations for walking past the store.
No.
And wanting to go
Okay,
eat.
so no.
I promise that's what you said.
I do remember that.
Isn't that what you said?
I do remember it. Hold on.
Yes, that is what you said.
Let me clear this up.
Okay.
All right. So this was one of the walks. It was a long walk, maybe about 4 miles. I was walking out.
Yeah.
I was on my phone. I was like, oh, I want to buy Charlene some jewelry.
Yeah.
And I found something that was close to me on my phone, and it says, oh, just go here. So go up the block, come around this corner, blah, blah. Well, I was looking, and I could never find the jewelry spot.
No, you told me you saw the store.
No, I didn't see the store.
Okay.
So my intent was to go in that store, buy that, and walk another 4 miles back home in the snow and the rain and bring that home to you.
And stop.
So I do remember you always said, well, baby, it is the thought that counts. So I wanted to make sure I came home and told you I did think about you today.
Yes.
And I wanted to buy you something. I was prepared to buy you something.
Yes.
But the store didn't exist.
Ain't that interesting?
That is.
So,
sometimes God will remove something.
I don't know. I don't know if he removed a store.
He will remove something that wasn't.
He removed a store.
That's the wrong time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrong analogy there.
Okay, sorry.
So you talk to your partner about what their love language is, and then really get an understanding of what that means to them and how they see it through you.
Yeah.
Not just talk about it and then boom. So you talk about it, you understand it.
Yes.
And then kind of put out a plan of action for your own self to say, okay, she said this, he said that. Let me, whatever, this week. I'm just one thing this week to make sure that other person knows that I was listening.
Yeah.
And that comes from both sides.
Yeah, that's
don't be one-sided.
That's highly important. Because why be in a relationship where someone doesn't want to make you feel good?
Right.
That's
huge.
That's kind of miserable in a sense, right? So you want to be in a position where both sides of the table, one is probably, let's say for instance in our case, I just speak about us, right? So you're wanting gifts. I want you to have gifts, but let me show you how. In my mind, this is outside of us having a conversation about it, setting expectations, sitting down and saying, well, hey, baby, this is how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Right? So I never like going into stores. I don't like shopping. It stresses me out. I have anxiety when I walk in. I break out in hives when I walk out. I do. I start sweating.
He does not, y'all.
I do.
He is talking about everything, even grocery stores.
Grocery stores, everything. I can't. When I go in, you tell me go get this out of the grocery store. I'm in and out in 5 minutes because I'm zoned in to get what you want and out the door. Right. So when you say give you gifts, I don't even buy myself anything.
Right. I buy.
But what I do is work hard.
Right.
And I'm like, well, baby, whatever you want,
go get it yourself.
Get it yourself. Now, I want to be a part of those surprises every once in a while. So I'm trying to think about how can I surprise her? Because I told her she can get whatever she wants. So then she buys everything she wants. But now I can't surprise her because I told her to get whatever she wants. So it becomes that catch-22 for me.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that I don't want to buy you. It's just I have a limitation. I'm handicapped by my disorder.
Stop it.
I am. I think that's real. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna go see somebody about it. I think it's something real that when I walk into the store, it's like I start shaking and getting sweaty. It looks like people are looking at me like I'm gonna steal something. I'm like, I got to get out of here. It's just too much.
Side note to that, and I think this is important. Why was that side notes? This is important. So what Brian just said, that was kind of a recent thing that I think he was able to verbalize to me. And at one point, when we were talking about something, and he was like, I work hard, just go buy it yourself. If you want to, go buy it yourself. Now, let me tell you, from a relationship standpoint, I was offended. Yes. I immediately was like, honest, like, what you mean go buy it myself? If I like gifts from somebody I love, if I like things or whatever from somebody I love, then buying it myself is not the same thing. It took me a minute to, and this is that extra step you got to take and where the maturity comes in. You have to understand when a person is not coming from a side of just being mean or being nasty or something. It wasn't like, go buy it yourself.
Right.
It wasn't like that.
Although you said it both times the same way, but I get your point.
Because that's how I heard it the first time. But that's not how you meant it. And I had to really, it wasn't initially, but after taking a second and really saying, okay. I have to know you, number one, and knowing that that's not who you are, that you're not being just like nasty about it.
Right.
You are really just like, if you really want this, instead of the extra stress of figuring it out and all that, why not just make yourself happy and go get it? If you want this pair of earrings, go get it.
Yeah.
Right. And it's important to understand your person in that way. Relationship, marriage, dating, whatever. It is important to understand a person beyond just the top level. It's too many levels to people to just stop at the top level and then be mad and walking around. And I could still be today like, he don't mean nothing. But that would be pointless in the relationship and it wouldn't help us. So
I do want to point out that that's maturity on both sides, right? Yeah. Me for just understanding myself and understanding why don't I do this as often as I should or as often as she likes. And then you hearing my heart and me explaining how I truly feel about it. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to take the expectation off of you. Mm-hmm. If you do it, that's cool. But if you don't, I'm cool with that too. Yeah. And I think that's part of maturity and growth.
Yeah. Reading between the lines in a relationship.
I do want to point out because, hey, I do acts of service.
Oh, yeah.
I fix your coffee and I do some other things, you know.
Yes.
The acts of service, I ain't perfect.
Yes. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't nobody say you don't do nothing?
I'll just make sure we got to point out, you know, we got to even it out. You know, when you do exercise one arm, you got to exercise the other one too.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
Even that thing out.
Yes, you absolutely do.
All right, amen.
But it is important for you to read between the lines of the love languages, reading between the lines and understanding what it truly means to the person and not just walking the walk of, okay, you said you want this. Okay, so this is another side of it that's really important. I am also the type of person, I know everybody's not like this. When I say I like gifts, I don't mean you have to feel like, oh, she wants some earrings. Let me go get her some earrings so she'll just shut up and be like, here. Right? I want you to want to do that for me, right?
Right. And that was confusing for me for years.
Oh,
you
God,
want me to want to do it. I'm like, I don't want to do it. So how you want me to do it? And you mad at me because I don't want to do it. I'm like, I don't understand.
Right. But because that was my love language.
Right.
Because I I love, I think you can ask the two people that live with me, our son and my husband. And I think they will tell you that I do like buying things that people like.
You do?
When I love them.
Absolutely.
I just, don't tell me you want something because I'm going to try to find a way for you to get it.
And that's absolutely who you are and what you do.
Yeah.
And you love giving those things. I think even more so than receiving it. I think the thing you like is the surprise. I don't even think you really too much care for receiving what it is. It's just a surprise. Oh, like you said earlier, it's like, oh, you thought about me today. Oh, cool. I think I bought you a
M&M's.
It was M&M's.
Yes.
And it was like,
so
you got so excited about the M&M. I'm like, damn, I'm pretty good. This thing is pretty easy. I can do that.
But that's a great example of what I'm saying. When I say it, I'm not talking about $1,000 gifts and stuff. It's literally he went to the store to get him something, and he came back with some peanut M&Ms for me. And I was ecstatic because it's like, you hear me, you know me, and you know what I like. See, it's deeper. It's deeper than just you bought me something.
Yeah.
It's, you know and remember and thought about it when you were in that store to get me some peanut M&Ms. And I just think that's huge. The little bitty things in a relationship. It's huge. What are you thinking? Why are you looking out the window?
No, I'm just thinking all the things that you're saying right now.
Yeah.
It's making more sense. Love language.
I'm bringing you over to my side.
No, you're not bringing me over to the side, but I'm saying it makes more sense. What love language, that is a way to communicate.
Yes.
Love. I never thought about it that way.
Oh.
I just thought about it was a way that, somebody created 5 love languages. Do these 5 things and you'll be great. No, it's actually a way of communicating.
Yes.
I just learned that.
Well, amen.
Right now.
My turn. You're welcome. I got to say it. Okay. So anyway, yes, love languages are definitely a way of communicating with your partner about what they like.
Okay. It makes sense. But still to my point though.
What?
Either you're all 5 or you're not.
Okay.
Anyway.
So here's what we got for y'all. This is what we want you guys to do outside of, we want you to talk about the love languages, but actually you can do this first. I'm not finna spit out people's names because ain't nobody paying us. So I want you to go Google 5 love languages, and lots of quizzes will come up. And you can actually do this first before you and your partner sit down. Google 5 love languages, take one of the quizzes and see what the quiz says it is. And if it's right, sit down and, like I said, talk to your partner about it. Talk about how it works for you guys, how you'd like to see it, and just go from there. That's a relationship building thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's extremely important. I'm gonna make this one point, and I'll let you close it out.
That's what pastors say. They be.
Oh, I got 3 points. Hold on.
Ooh.
No, just 1 point.
Devil is a lie. Okay, go ahead.
Just 1 point. All right. So there's what we're talking about on this MyCrush podcast is about relationships.
Yeah.
Between you and I.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a relationship that you have with yourself.
Amen.
There's a thing called individual growth.
Ooh.
There's so much work that you have to do individually. Over the last 4 years of myself, I have worked hard on understanding me.
Yeah.
Understanding what I like, what I don't like, understanding what I need, what I don't need, or what I'm good without, and just really working on me and just going into deep meditation and doing all my work that God had needed me to do.
Yeah.
And really find me. Once I have that solidified, bringing that now to this relationship allows me to remove a lot of these expectations that I have on you.
Right.
And it changes. So when I do sit down and talk to you about love languages, I can have the conversation openly with you. And I can tell you the truth, and hopefully you can hear my truth and hear my heart.
Yeah.
And we can have these open conversations. Here's my analogy. And I'm going to close out. In a relationship, you are on a team. Yeah. But there are individuals that make up that relationship.
Amen.
So if you think about, I'm gonna go with Michael Jordan. I was always a Michael Jordan fan. Michael Jordan is hands down the best basketball player that lived.
Uh-oh, you probably just started something.
I probably did, but you can't change facts.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
But he can't win the game by himself.
Amen.
He needs a team. And as competitive as we are on the same team. Yeah. So when we sit down, or I'm gonna go back to the Michael Jordan analogy, when he's trying to win a championship, he needs 4 other teammates on that floor in order to defeat the other team. In order for us to win, we need both persons to be their best self in that relationship.
We need to work out before we get in there.
Oh, girl, don't have me going longer now. Look, we're going to keep it right here. I hear the music playing. My point is, when you're sitting down with your partner and you're talking about those love languages, remember, you are on the same team. Yeah. You're not in opposition of each other. You're there to love each other. It's love languages, right? So you're just trying to show love. So therefore, if you don't agree with what someone else is saying, it's okay. Y'all can talk it out, talk through it, work it out, work through it, and get to the better spot that you're trying to get to. Move forward in your relationship, and don't let those little things that probably prick at you behind the scenes come out in your relationship. Work through it. Yeah. Be in a safe space. I've learned over the last 4 years that being in that safe space
makes a difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Amen and amen again.
Amen.
Oh, that was good.
Yep.
That was really important. And I just want to reiterate. That is huge. I'm finna change up the action item. Uh-oh. I hope y'all listen to right now. I hope you didn't cut us off, because I'm finna change it up. Okay. You're
doing a, here we go, pivot.
Don't do that. Okay. We are not gonna bring the Cowboys into this.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're doing an audible.
Anyway, you just bothered my whole spirit. You messed up my whole spirit talking about them.
Keep going.
So, what Brian said is so very important, right? Some years ago, I started meditating with me and God and the universe, to all come together to get at a place where I needed to be. for our relationship. It was for me, but that helps the relationship. So the new action item is not to take the quiz and then go sit with your partner. What we need you to do, take the quiz. Yes, take that first. And then sit with yourself. Sit with yourself.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Sit with yourself and see if you're giving yourself what you're asking your partner to give you. Ooh, mic drop.
Okay.
I would have threw the mic.
All right.
I can't throw the mic.
Don't throw the mic because that was a good mic.
Let's talk about on the love. We're going to do this real fast, but on the love languages, when we're talking about what we expect from our partner, if we're not doing it for ourselves, how are we going to sit there and expect somebody else to do it? If I don't love me enough to give my own self an act of service, to give my own self time to go read a book, listen to music, whatever it is, if I don't love myself to, I don't know, whatever,
right?
Then how can I expect that to come from the other person? Them expectations, those expectations, you cannot expect something that you will not do for yourself. You can't expect it from somebody else.
That's good.
So you look at these love languages, see if you do any of them for yourself.
For yourself.
And then see how your partner can help. And then y'all get together and talk.
Then you talk about it.
Wow. Lord have mercy.
That was a
I feel like we need
revelation.
to go out with a church song. We need somebody here playing. Ooh, Keedron. Shout out to Keedron. We need him here playing the keyboard to take us out because that was beautiful.
That was a good one.
Okay.
You just did that.
Well, all right, y'all.
Deaconess. You just did that.
No.
You just did that.
Okay. Episode 3, Learning Your Love Languages. We hope that helped y'all. We finna go out with the playlist. Today's song suggestions. A couple of these are Brian's favorites. So the first one.
They are.
Method Man feature Mary J. Blige, You're All I Need.
I gotta love Jones for your body and your skin tone.
Goodness.
Okay, sorry.
Woo, You're All I Need. There's another part to that title, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That goes with the words of affirmation. That's love language just telling you, you're all I need.
All I need.
To get by.
To get by. Man, I was jamming to that song back in the day in my 1995 Nissan Sentra. Woo.
Yeah. The rooms, Burgundy, whatever it was. Yeah. That was your favorite song. One of your favorite songs.
I thought I was doing something in that Sentra. Factory speakers. All
right.
It wasn't doing nothing because you step outside the car, you be like, I don't hear nothing. Anyway.
Okay. Song number 2, Destiny's Child, Cater to You. That represents acts of service. Something that, I don't know who says it in the song, but the ups and the downs, I'll still be here for you.
That's Michelle.
Okay.
Michelle, she said,
he said that's Michelle.
I be your breath, your strength.
That's Michelle.
So, oh my goodness. Acts of service. The ups and the downs, that goes back with our second episode when we're talking about the roller coasters. Staying with somebody through the ups and the downs, staying with them. That's your acts of service. Third song, one of Brian's favorites. Here we go. No. Maxwell. Fortunate.
I can't do it today. I will do that one day though.
Okay.
We're going to do karaoke. I'm going to do that song.
Okay. Maxwell, Fortunate. Again, words of affirmation. So those are the 3 songs that we want you to really listen to. Remember, we don't want you to just play it. We want you to listen to the lyrics and really apply it to your relationship.
And it'll be nice if y'all just kind of listen to those songs together too.
Yeah.
That'd be a good exercise for you.
Yeah.
So thank you for that playlist, Charlene.
You're welcome.
I want to say when it comes to love languages, like I say, I don't necessarily subscribe to them.
Yeah.
And, we talked about gift giving and all that. Over this recent stage of our life of being empty nesters.
Kinda. He's back.
That's a whole nother episode. When we became empty nesters, I looked at you and I was like, I don't know you as well as I thought I did.
Yeah.
And what I started doing, like the M&Ms, right? What I started doing, I started writing those into a Samsung Note on my phone. Everything that you would say, oh, I like this. I like to do this. I want to do this. I started writing that stuff in my phone. And then one day I just said, you know what? I'm an engineer. There should be an app to do this.
Yeah, you did.
And from that day on, we kind of envision what, how we can build this into an app, and that will be coming soon. Yeah. The MyCrush app, where you actually will learn the love languages of your significant other, and it will learn you.
Yeah.
So the app is coming soon. I don't want to give away too much, but there's a lot that will be involved in the app, and we're very excited about that.
Yes, we are really excited about the MyCrush app. Can't wait for you to be able to use it to enhance your relationships. And like I said, you can even use it by yourself first. You don't have to be in a relationship to use it. Learn yourself a little bit before you even jump into it. But
Absolutely.
It'll be great for you to learn your partner, love languages, and other stuff coming soon. To keep up with that, be sure that you follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Crushing with the Fosters. And you can sign up on our website for updates at mycrush.io. I did that so good. Just like a commercial.
That was good.
You should be producer. I need you to clip that, cut it. It's a commercial. Okay. So, y'all, thank you for joining us. Join us on our next episode, Growing Together or Growing Apart, where we'll dive into the art of growing in love without losing the spark. Thank you guys so much for listening to it. And I'm going to tell you every time, I love you. Okay. I love y'all. I just do. I do. I love people.
I love people too.
Some people may not think so, but I do. Thank y'all for listening.
Yeah,
and
but if I walk down the street and see a woman and I say, hey, I love you, that'd be a little weird.
No. I'm good with that.
All right.
Thank y'all for listening.
Thank y'all.
Join us next time.
See y'all next time.
Bye.
Next week, maybe?
What?
Or the week after?
Well, every week, every Tuesday, they should be listening.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Download.
Yeah. Producer don't cut that part so they'll know. Every Tuesday.
Download and share.
Releasing the podcast. Download it and share.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Bye.
I'm right about the love.